It's a recipe I've been making for years, and it is surprisingly easy. So let's go. Hi Cravers, welcome back to Little Cravings. Today I am going to show you a foolproof way of making flan, the Spanish Latin creme caramel, but better. In a heavy bottom pan, and you want it to be heavy, so that way you can control the speed at which the sugar dissolves. If you have a thin bottomed pan, it'll burn immediately and then it'll ruin your caramel and you have to start all over again. I am going to place a cup of sugar. Up close and personal, how to make the caramel for your flan. 1 cup of sugar in a heavy bottom pan, low heat. Let's do it. Now we're going to prepare our mold, and we're going to pour our molten sugar into the mold. Do this very carefully. Swirl the mold quickly because the sugar, as it hits the bottom of the mold, will start solidifying and cover the bottom completely. Now to make the flan, in a bowl, I'm putting 1 tin of condensed milk, 1 tin of evaporated milk. Measure 1 tin of fresh milk and add it. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, not essence, never essence, and 5 eggs. We're going to take our hand mixer and mix it. Pour the flan into the prepared mold. You're going to hear a crackle of the caramel, which is already solid. And place in a roasting tin. Leave to bake for 2 hours and then we'll check on it. Okay guys, so my timer has gone off. It's only been 2 hours since my flan has been in the oven. So if I shake it a little bit, you can see that there's still a lot of wobble, and if you touch the top, you can see that there's still too much give. You want that to be a bit firmer before you take it out. So we're gonna give it another half an hour, but I'm gonna check it in 15 minutes and see if that's enough. 15 minutes extra on our flan, and if you see, I'm touching it and the consistency is a bit firmer. So if you poke it with a cocktail stick, it comes out clean. So what we're going to do is that we're going to close the oven door. We're gonna let it cool down in there, and then we'll put it in the fridge. Well, it's the day after we started our flan, and I like to start my flan the day before, but if you can't, you can start it in the morning and serve it in the evening. When I finish my flan, I turn the oven off, let it rest, and once it's completely cool in the oven, then I take it into the fridge, cover it, and leave it overnight. And this is what we're going to have here. Look at this, all done. So what I'm looking for when I'm making a flan is the consistency to be firm, but has a silkiness to it. And you're gonna have that beautiful glossy top. So I like to run the knife around the edge of the mold. Your recipient where you're going to serve your flan should be rimmed, as mine is, or it should be wide enough so that all the beautiful caramel has a place to go. Otherwise, you're gonna have drips. It might happen to me, but this is real life. So there we go, we're gonna do it. We're going to set our serving dish upside down on top of the mold. We're gonna give it a swirl. We're going to flip it. Woo. Another little swirl. And I heard it plop down. So let's see what happens. Oh, you can see how beautiful and glossy it is. And one of the things I am loving is that you can smell that vanilla. So we are going to take a piece and serve it. I love to serve my flan with berries chopped up. You can do like a raspberry coulis, which gives it a bit of tartness and fruitiness, and it counterbalances the sweetness and the bit of bitterness that you get from the caramel. Or the way I'm gonna serve it today, because I absolutely love it, is with passion fruit, which is tart. I love to leave the pip so that you can get that bit of a crunch, and it's a great foil for our flan. Look at that. Beautiful. Look how beautiful it is, how evenly cooked. It's not curdled at all, which is the danger with flans if you cook it at very high temperatures. And it's just, it came out perfect. This recipe never fails. So here's, and we're gonna give it a try. Perfect. Follow this recipe and you'll never fail. While you're enjoying your flan, why don't you hit the subscribe button, like, share, and ask me any questions. Just make sure you leave me a comment and let me know if you've tried it, how it turned out, and if you want any other recipe for me to try. Enjoy and see you next time.